The next section we're going to deal with is called a Certificate of Compliance with Mandatory Disclosure. Sometimes they'll call this a COC. When we're talking about certificates of compliance, again, these are under oath. They're sworn to by the client. The state of Florida requires that you produce all of your financial documents to your spouse within 45 days. The COC actually has two different sections. It has one section dealing with temporary relief, and then it has another section dealing with permanent relief. They sort of overlap, but they're sort of the same type of documents that you have to provide. For instance, your financial affidavit, checking account statements, whether it's a checking, saving, bank statements of that nature, tax returns, W-2s, 1099s. Sometimes it will require deeds of that nature, brokerage statements. And so what we typically do is tell the client to go through and give three different type of answers. Number one, produced herein. You actually have the document. It is being produced. It is your 2014 or 2015 tax return. You have it. It's in your possession, custody, or control. Number two would be not in your possession, custody, or control, which means that you do not have the document or you have no access to the document. You can't get it online. You can't go down to the bank. You can't go to your accountant. It is not in your possession, custody, or control. Or sometimes where the cost would be so high to get the documents from the bank, for instance. They have to go back and research 10 years worth of records to try to get the documents and will charge you several $100s. That would not be in your possession, custody, or control. And then number three would be the situation where it does not exist. None exist. For instance, if they're asking for a premarital agreement or a prenuptial agreement and none exists, it doesn't exist. Now, if the document just doesn't apply, typically myself or one of my staff members will put NA, which means it doesn't apply. But it's going to be one of those three answers when you complete your certificate of compliance. Again, you have 45 days to complete this, and it's imperative that you get this timely in because it takes about a week or so for the staff and the paralegals to actually prepare this and then provide that in a form that we can file with the court.